Good morning from somewhere. I decided to take a break from my usual spot, the deck. Thought I'd come inside for a change and show you a different room uh, that I do spend a lot of time in as well, somewhere. And thought I'd just show you that for change. So today, just showing you something different. Now, I wonder if I can. No. Shit. I can't turn this around. Well, let's do some guesswork today. Shall we? Take the guesswork out of it, work out of it. We'll just do it like this. This is a guitar that I made, actually. So, sorry, let me center this for everybody. Obviously, a Fender Strat copy, if you can see that. Fender Strat copy, that's why it doesn't have anything on it as far as Fender is concerned. Bone nut, stainless steel frets, bird's eye maple neck. Can't really see too much bird's eye on the fret side. So let's just turn this over and we'll get some close-ups here. Hopefully you can see that, see the bird's eye on it. It's a little dark in here. Yeah, you can start to see the bird's eye there now. The bird's eye rainfall on the side. It gets really dense down here towards the body of the guitar, but pretty nice. Why bird's eye maple? Because my dad had a violin that was made of bird's eye maple. And so I decided to make a copy in remembrance of him. So this is my tribute to my dad. I don't play violin, otherwise I would have made one of those. So Strat style body, see all the way to the bottom here. It's all genuine Fender parts. The body and neck are made by a reputable company that makes Strat replacement parts. So basically it is a Strat. What I did was I did it as the Plus. So the Plus were originally made with lace sensor gold pickups. So this is, they were only made in the late 90s to early 90s, like 88 or 89 into 93 or 4, something like that. Anyway, Wilkinson trim, awesome trim. And then of course everything else is normal, 2-tone, 1-volume switch. Sorry for the shakiness today. I'm trying to do it with unconventional methods. But anyway, that's my guitar. Next time I'll plug it in for you so you can hear what it sounds like. It sounds awesome. It's beautiful playing guitar. It's actually my favorite. I'm not saying that because I made it, but I'm saying that because it's really well playing guitar. How do I know? Well, because I have some other guitars here which will tell you why I feel that way. I do have a actual Plus here that I can show you to demonstrate. It's an older guitar, so I'm going to try to do this even though I can't see. So there is genuine Fender Strat. Okay, this is a Strat Plus, Ultra Plus. Yes, this is the Ultra Plus. Now it has a roller fret there. Now I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that, but it's a fret that has ball bearings inside, so nothing to prevent any kind of friction against the strings from moving in that fret. So tuning stability is awesome. It has a rosewood fingerboard, and down here again lace sensor gold pickups, and really nice roller bridge, volume tone, 5-way selector switch, Beautiful, what do they call this? Emerald green, I think is what they call this. It's actually a really nice color. This is an older guitar. I think this was 91, I believe. 91. For some reason, it doesn't have a back cover. And it also doesn't have a whammy bar or tremolo bar. And, oh, stay up there. Don't roll away on me. I know why. Is because somebody has fooled with this bridge and didn't know what they were doing and didn't put it right back together properly. So you can see this one's kind of sticking up, so it's really jammed in there tightly, which it shouldn't be. So somebody has just got some things that are out of place there. Not a big deal. That's a little bit of a fix. No big deal. Anyway, so you can see this guitar does not want to be filmed today. Anyway, you can see there's no difference between the two. Obviously, it wants to find its happy place. Anyway, so there, and the only difference between them is I put a humbucker in instead of a single in the bridge. In the bridge position, that's the only difference. At least since gold, of course, everything's new. This has stainless steel frets, where this has still the old traditional frets. What's it called? Anyway, I'm not sure, but it does wear out. And surprisingly, frets do wear out. If you play a guitar a long time, they do wear out. So quite quickly, where stainless steel, you're not going to have to make another fret change in my lifetime. Anyway, for sure, probably somebody else's lifetime too as well. I have a pedal board, strict pedal board, that I'll show you later. I will put this one back in my guitar stand. And this is another one. This is also a Strat style guitar made by Harley Benton. This is a beautiful guitar. This is a beautiful guitar. This one has a roasted maple. It's not flame maple, it's just a roasted maple neck all the way down through. And this one is a little different as far as the electronics is concerned. This is a humbucker, single humbucker style guitar. This is my second favorite playing guitar, actually. Very smooth, beautiful guitar. The strings are really low on the fretboard, which is great. No hum, which is also great when you hit the strings. My Strat's set up the same way as this one. Really low. This one's really nice to play. You just don't get the single coil sound out of it like you do a Strat. That's the only difference. So let's move that one on to the last guitar. Hopefully this isn't taking too long. This is a beautiful guitar. I don't play it as much because it's heavy. This is Larry Carlton. Let me get back here a little bit. Larry Carlton, famous guitar maker. Where he got his fame from was from making bass guitars. Then about 20 years ago, he decided to get into regular guitars. I can't remember. A famous guitar player approached him and wanted to make a Strat for him. So this is the Strat that he made. This is the S7. Stainless steel frets again as well. Beautiful kind of a bluey green. You call it a burst, blue-green burst. So again, this one's single humbucker, same as mine. I do like that humbucker in the bridge position. It just gives you a little bit more panache, a little bit more oomph. And this one only has one single volume, one single tone, still the same 5-position selector switch. Anyway, back's the same. It's just a straight black. But one thing I like about these guitars that I have bought, they all have locking tuners. Locking tuners. So Why? Well, if you don't know anything about playing guitar, it's hard to explain. But one of the biggest things about playing guitar is keeping it in tune. Especially when you have a tremolo bar or whammy bar. They are extremely hard to keep in tune. But the way you can prevent that, I'll see if I can get back far enough here so that I'm there. There's things that you can do to make it better. Better trim, of course. A good nut, and a good nut cut properly where the strings are able to move in the nut freely without any friction. If you're tuning a guitar and you hear this ping, you have a nut problem. And I mean that in the nicest way. This is the nut here, right there, this white thing. Okay, it's traditionally made of bone, but they have a synthetic nut, which is, I don't have one. Yes, well, not one, but they make a synthetic nut that I'm actually putting on all my guitars that I make from now on. Just much better nut. I have one ordered, actually, another one that I'm making, a body and a neck, are on their way. They should be here next week, I believe-ish. Anyway, when it comes and I have it together, I have all the parts and stuff for it. Just a little flash of some of the parts that I have. Anyway, that's my guitar collection for now. I have one more. Two more, actually. I want to build a traditional Strat like this one, like this green one here. Like this one. See the one in the back, the green one? So that I can actually do a sound test to see how they sound against one another, if they have changed in sound, specifically Lace Sensor, if they've changed their tone or anything over the years. My amp is a Paul Reed Smith. I don't know if anybody has heard of Paul Reed Smith or not, but it's a tube amp. It's a great amp. It's 20 watts. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that thing just screams. You could play that no problem at a gig, you know, in a band, no problem. It'd be lots loud enough. This is my pedal board. Yeah, I know, lots of pedals. Tuner, phaser, 2 delays for some Pink Floyd songs that I play. How do you get this in here? Here you go. Okay, so these have to be in a specific order to go through the amp so that you don't get a lot of background noise. So it all goes through this. This is your noise suppressor, noise reduction. Right there, and what it does is it cuts all the hum and no background noise from lights and air conditioners and table lamps and all sorts of different things. It's called 60 cycle hum. You get rid of that. So one leg you've got on this row, and then the other leg you have on the top row, running this way. So chromatic tuner, phaser, 2 delays, as I said. There's your sound gate or noise reduction, compressor, overdrive, big muff, the big buff muff, and of course tube screamer. So I got all the pedals that I need, but I also have this little amp here, a little Vox. This is just a little small Vox amp. I think this is the 50, no 20. It's the same. Same as that one, it's VT20. This is also sort of a 2 amp. It has amps in the preamp to help the sound, but man, it sounds just like this other amp, the Paul Reed Smith that I have, because you do get that true vintage tube sound out of this amp. So this is great. Why do we need 2? This sucker's light. It's like probably less than 10 pounds. No kidding. Why light? Because I got a bum back, man. Terrible terrible at that. Anyway, my desk. You can see all this stuff, man. I should have looked at this before I tried to start filming. But anyway, there's my desk. I can get it down low enough there. Anyway, just a flipping desk. I don't know why I'm worried about it. Anyway, there's the case I got with my Strat Ultra, the actual Strat that I own. Anyway, there we go. Back to B. I try to keep my room fairly even, the floor. I keep everything's plugged in, ready to go, but I keep my floor so that it's cable free, so I don't flip and trip. Just this thing for me. And then I also have a what do you call this thing? Anyway, cordless daily thing. It's a Vive hands-free training unit. Anyway, so that's it for today. That's my guitars. That's my sound room. We're in my sound room. Next time, acoustics are pretty good in here. So next time, I'll give you some sound bites. Will require a little bit more of processing as far as the video is concerned, because I'll have to edit. You don't want to watch the long parts between changing guitars and all that crap. So anyway, that's hopefully for tomorrow. I might do 2 tomorrow. Show 1, the one I've got to do all the editing and everything, probably won't be ready till Thursday. I got to figure it all out. So I might make a couple in between. But anyway, for now, so long. And may you have a man cave or woman cave in your house so that you can enjoy your off time. Anyway, Charlie from somewhere saying, until next time.